Hey guys, right now I'm in the Croft Mine Park, and this is a display of old buildings and mining equipment and stuff like that from like the turn of the century. And it just gives a really good insight on what it was like to live around Crosby back in that time period. It's a place I like to go sometimes. It's really interesting. And as you can see here, for those of you who don't know, the Crosby is on the Iron Range, and they obviously mined iron there from the late 1800s up until the late 60s, early 70s. And this right here it says here it's one of the first houses ever built in Crosby, the Martinetto House or something like that. Must have been, I'd say that's French last name maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, they think this is one of the first houses in Crosby, just kind of a little shack. This is the kind of place that he lived. Obviously, the walling's different than it was originally. I'm sure a lot of this is rebuilt, but some of it's still original. This is the kind of place early miners would have lived in before they had sent out east or even to places in Europe to get their families to live with them, build bigger houses. And if you look here, there's a Whitcomb engine, and honestly, I've looked in it. I don't know if this is for a train or if it's truck, but some piece of mining equipment. There's even, oh yeah, look, it's a train. Got the hook up there. You even got the Hallett Company still stamped on the back, so this must be, I don't know, 19 teens, 20s, maybe earlier, later. Pull to stop. Someone etched that in there. I don't know if that's just graffiti or someone etched that in there a while ago, but so that's interesting. You can actually sit up here, see what it would have been like to drive it. Not as cramped as one would think. Yeah, this is an interesting little thing, and all these no idea what all these levers do, but interesting to see. This must have been what they used to haul iron around. The topic of mining equipment now. This is right, I'm in the cab of it's a old dump truck, and you can see all the gauges down there. There's air, pressure, all kinds of different pressure gauges on it, and two steering wheels. I don't know what that was for. But yeah, it's interesting. It's spacious in here, surprisingly. Oh, there's an old wasp. Well, there's an old wasp nest, so I'm gonna get out of here. And this is part of a group of houses called the Honeymoon Row houses, which were built by George H. Crosby, who was the founder of Crosby, around early 1900s originally. And this is for when miners moved out of shacks like the ones we just saw and moved them and their families into bigger houses, more rooms and stuff, when they got their families around here. And yeah, this is apparently the last one that wasn't torn down, so they put it here, and it looks pretty authentic. Looks like it would have been built in the early 1900s. Got like lights and stuff, but like I said, the mines were open till 60s or 70s, so who knows when this place was officially abandoned. And yeah, hear like an alarm clock in there of some kind. Well, that's the Honeymoon Row houses right there. What we have here is the house of Kyler Adams, and in case you didn't know, there's another town around here on the Iron Range called Cuyuna, and that was named after this guy, but he had a dog named Una, and they combined the two names to make Cuyuna. And still, if you look, the Y in Cuyuna is capitalized on the sign. And then this is the rest of the house, built in 1881 originally. So interesting. Yeah, you can see the flooring and everything. It doesn't look like that bad a house, actually. Oh, it's even got, I don't know if you can see it with all the glare, but it's got an old telephone and a typewriter in there. The door, too. The door handle. Wonder what that's made out of. And yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Like I said, these houses, who knows exactly when they were abandoned. It was built in 1881, but it's probably abandoned sometime when they had electric lights. So who knows when how it finally ended up here, but it dates back to 1881 anyway. And I'm assuming that was his shed. So, interesting. And there's underground drifts right below us. I read in the sign that all around here there's underground drifts. Old picture of the miners from probably early 1900s, late 1800s. I'm guessing early 1900s. But it's anyone's guess, really. And this is a picture of Kyler Adams himself. Yeah. Apparently he was originally from Illinois. Yeah, so this is interesting. You can see old pictures of Crosby and Serpent Lake Ferry and stuff. I didn't even know the Serpent Lake Ferry existed, but so that's that. Alright, last part of this video. Here we have, as you can see, a couple wagon wheels. A train track right here. Old, must have been, like I said, from when they had iron. Little sign, works safely, must have been in front of the mine. And this, it says 14 people only, maximum elevator load up there. There's a sign, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, I doubt you can read it though. But, so that must have been an elevator. I guess that tower could have been for people, like supervisors or something. I don't know. There's a shaft, or something they burnt stuff in, and yeah, I can't find any signs anywhere or in this part of the park to explain things, so I would guess that's what this is, but that seems to be for burning stuff. Old building there, it's anyone's guess what that's for though. No, nothing explaining it over here, at least not that I can find. And here we go, more mining equipment. And then, this must have been, I don't know what this building was, but, you could see there's stuff underground there. I really wish there was a sign or something, a plaque. But, anyway, old building here too. So yeah, all in all, it's interesting. I've heard rumors of them shutting the place down because of lead paint, which, for one, that's kind of a no-brainer. Buildings from the 19 and 1800s have lead paint, that's obvious. And for two, how would that even be a problem? People, unless you literally lick the walls or something. So that seems kind of dumb to me, but yeah, there's my video. Hope you enjoyed.